answer is that New Zealand have won the toss and have elected to bat first, which means that India is going to be chasing a... How important is that toss, Shoaib?
कह दिया था आपको. Toss जीतेगा, New Zealand will bat first. I think they won half of the battle mentally.
Ooh,
the rest of the battle needs to be won by the bat.
Okay.
Needs to be won by bat, and Mr. Guptill has to come on gun blazing. If he managed to do that, he's going to put India right there on the back foot. And thoda sa body language, Virat Kohli wanted to bat first. He lost the toss. And now the character of the captain needs to come into play by changing smartly when it comes to bowling. लेकिन फिर भी मैं कह रहा हूं कि थोड़ी made life difficult for India by losing the toss.
Okay, fair enough. You also said toss is going to play an important role, so this is it.
It's definitely leveled the playing fields.
Yes. Yeah.
With New Zealand batting first.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it has between the two teams now.
Yep.
So you can't say the favourites. It was like before it was India.
Yeah, if India had won the toss, it would have been hardy.
One-sided kind of an affair.
Playing field is now level.
Ooh, the playing field is now level. Mohsin bhai, your take on that?
No, मैं शुरू में कहा था, मैंने कहा I think if I am the captain, I'll win the toss and bat, because no doubt early on conditions, first 8 to 10 overs, crucial. Guptill again, I'm saying, has to play a very responsible role with his attack.
Yeah.
He has to combine the defense and attack together to give a wonderful start to New Zealand. And if they batted, and I think Fakhar, if they score anything above 260,
yeah,
India definitely will have problems, but they have to score over 260.
Absolutely, absolutely. They have to score 260, and it's going to be a chase. Definite change. Let's take a look at the playing 11. New Zealand has one change, and that is, of course, Ferguson is back.
Fakhar, your favorite?
My favorite, Ferguson. Look. Ferguson is back. He was missing in the last game. Of course, he was injured, and they had to rest him, Mohsin bhai. So Ferguson is back. Does that affect the New Zealand side a lot? Do that makes it more potent in the bowling department?
It does. It strengthens them a lot. It just gives a little bit more bite from what we saw in the last game. So that'll be good. And the rest, as I said earlier, it's time for those big names, Guptill, Williamson, Taylor, to stand up. De Grandhomme as well, he's somebody who's been in there, is a match winner in the past, hasn't done anything in this tournament, found ways to get out. He's a good cricketer, so he's somebody that is short of a performance, as are Taylor and Guptill. So, from a New Zealand point of view, all eyes on De Grandhomme as well. He'll need to come up with something special.
Cool. Let's take a look at the Indian playing 11 that is going in. Shoaib, there you have the changes.
Right. The only weakest link that I could see, that is the guy who looks too busy with himself, not with his batting, Mr. K. Rahul. Though he scored the 100, but still, I didn't look the guy that I wanted to see. If that let loose, that is going to be a problem. Rohit Sharma, that again is going to be the safest bet for Indian, because he's the one who's scoring runs. He's the one who's got all the responsibility to take India back to the shores. Mr. Virat Kohli, he do some runs. Whoa, he's getting some runs, but he's not getting the big hundreds.
Yeah.
So the part is the guy who's going to shift. He's a shifter. He's going to shift the game away. Dhoni, we haven't seen the best of him as yet, but the Karthik only faced about 20 balls in the last 2 matches. Pandya is another one. I batting strong ki Jadeja ko lage 7th number pe. Then Bhuvi Chahal and Bumrah. These are the bowling lineup. I think the Indian has all corners covered, but would they able to deliver?
Yeah.
Interesting
analysis here.
ये अब मेरे हिसाब से आधा मैच फंसा हुआ है. अब इंडिया क्या करता है इधर? अब character of the team has to come out. Character of the batting has to come out. The character of the batting what?
Captain has to come out.
The character of the batting, biggest batting lineup, the best batting lineup of this World Cup, needs to chase somewhere close to 300.
Yeah. Okay, that should be interesting. Very good take there, Shoaib. Thank you very much. I think we should. I wish we had you in a tie and a pocket square throughout the World Cup. You're on fire today, man.
Inshallah.
On fire
next
today.
T20 World Cup.
Inshallah. All right.
I think they've made a good change, bringing in Jadeja at number 8. So 7 and 8 is a very good all-rounder position they've covered.
Good shift,
and
yeah.
Jadeja is an all-round very good cricketer.
Back into the action. Let's take a look at the Fantasy League. Cricket and Shift Fantasy League. We've been playing that daily, and here are the positions. Oh, look at that score. Last time it was India versus Sri Lanka. I scored 720 points. I'm on the first position.
I need that audited.
That, by the way,
That needs to get audited.
That is the highest point scored by the panel in here, by the way, 720.
That needs to
Second
be
one,
audited.
Mohsin Bhai 650. Shoaib, you're at number 3625. Lance Klusner, your streak has been broken. You are
There's
not
problems
winning it.
there.
You're at
There's
the bottom.
our problems there.
Outside, we have Rizwan at 749, Hanif at 733, and Ali at 728. आप भी जाइए cricketandjiff.com पे and Fantasy League की app को download कीजिए. Here are the teams now. Here are the teams. Mr. Lance Klusner has got Dhoni as the captain, Williamson as the vice captain, Pant, Rahul, Kohli, Sharma, Pandya, Bold, Bumrah, Shami, Chahal. Good, nice. Well done, Lance Klusner. This is Mohsin Bhai's team. Dhoni is the captain. Vice captain is Rohit Sharma. Dinesh Karthik, Rahul, Kohli, Williamson, Pandya, Bold, Bumrah, Yadav, Ferguson. Well done, Mohsin Bhai. Very, very cleverly. That's like serious choosing people, by the way. Rohit Sharma is the captain for Shoaib, Akhtar. Kane Williamson is his vice captain. Then there's Dhoni, Rahul, Kohli, Guptill, Pandya, Bold, Bumrah, Kumar, and Shami. And that's how Shoaib Akhtar's team is. And this is mine. Williamson is my captain. Dhoni, vice captain. Then we've got Kohli, Sharma, Taylor, Guptill, Pandya, Santner, Bolt, Bumrah, Shami. That is how it is going down. cricketandjiff.com पे जाइए और जाकर अपनी हमारी फैंटेसी लीग की ऐप जो है क्रिक एंड जिफ की उसको डाउनलोड कीजिए और खेलने के लिए तैयार हो जाइए. From Crick and Jiff, lots of action, lots of good stuff. So we've got that question out for you. Leopards Courier की तरफ से Easy Deals की मोबाइल एप्लीकेशन पे आपका सवाल मौजूद है, उसका भी आपने जवाब देना है. Hey, now quickly, we've had seen New Zealand is going into bat first, Lance. Their openers have had problems. Their top order has had problems. And they cannot now they cannot depend on Kane Williamson all by himself. It can't be him alone. Everybody needs to come to the party.
Yeah, it needs to be a huge team effort today.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. So question is, what should the New Zealand batsmen, the openers especially, be looking to do in the first 10 overs?
I think 40 for no loss in that first 10 overs would be great. They'll need to kick on after that. Indian seamers have been excellent. So if they could get through that first 10 overs with a decent run rate and no damage,
Right.
that for me will be the key for New Zealand to kicking on to 280, 300.
That's the way to be. Well, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Shoaib Akhtar's. Our panelists just love the predictor because they love to predict. Let's start with Mohsin Bhai today. Mohsin Bhai, what is your prediction for the day today?
अगर ये क्वालिफाइंग मैच होता तो मैं कहता इंडिया 80-20 न्यूजीलैंड लेकिन ये सेमीफाइनल है. I'll say 60 India, 40 New Zealand.
So you have to pick one team.
India.
All right, India for Mohsin Bhai. Lance.
Yeah, I'm going to go the same. I'm going to go with India.
India. Shoaib.
If he doesn't go for New Zealand, then I don't know.
Yeah.
New Zealand.
New Zealand. And there you have the predictor.
Second, sorry,
Ji.
Fakhar.
Ji.
Please give us your neutral opinion. Whom do you feel? Whom do you fancy?
I think New Zealand, for some odd reason, I think New Zealand today is going to, there is something about New Zealand. And I've been very critical, I've got to say this, I've been very critical about New Zealand making it to the semi-finals because I personally believe that Pakistan and Bangladesh played better cricket, but they are in the semi-finals, we can't deny that. But New Zealand, somehow, there is something about New Zealand which is very unassuming as a team. All of a sudden, when they click as a unit, they become very, very dangerous. So right now, they have obviously...
And your favorite, Lockie Ferguson.
Yeah, Ferguson takes wickets, those wickets in the middle. He's my favorite because he was supposed to play that match, which would have given us that opportunity. And he never turned up for that game. That's the only problem that I have. Okay, dosto, इस वक्त हम आपको Easy Deals mobile coming towards the closer to the action, Shoaib. If rain happens, if Duckworth and Lewis kicks in, does that add more to the mental pressure of Virat Kohli and his gang because they're saying, hey, there is rain around us, you know, what happens here? Does that play up on either teams actually today?
More of India now because they lost the toss. They're going to have to bat second. When you are looking at the rain and the weather and Duckworth Lewis, you're bound to play a bad and a quick shots.
Yeah, that adds to the pressure. Does that add to the pressure of both New Zealand and India?
Yeah, it does, definitely. However, batting second does traditionally favour you if there's Duckworth.
Never does.
All right, traditions. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now taking you to Manchester, Old Trafford, where the first semi-final of the ICC 2019 Men's World Cup is about to get underway. Good luck to both India and New Zealand. We, on Game On here, will see you on the other side of the game. Good luck to both the teams.